I feel the rain on my face almost every day, like I'm slowly washing away. I feel like dead inside, don't know why there's no courage on the way.
Quick trigger warning for everybody who's watching. We are going into a lot of mental health issues in this episode, so if that is triggering to you, maybe suggest watching a different episode. But it is really important, I think, for everybody to kind of get a sense of why this is important. So hello and welcome back to another episode of Emo Explanations. Today we're going to dive into the song Over and Over. And this is a more sentimental, slow song, less pop rock, more acoustic.
From the heart.
From the heart.
Not saying other songs aren't, but this one's more vulnerable in that way.
Yeah, and that's why it matches back so well to this organic wine that we chose. We haven't had an organic wine on this one yet.
Organic wine, organic song.
Organic
wine. Authentic.
Organic song, organic feelings.
I'm really excited for this one. This one was suggested to us at Total Wine. Where else do we get our wine? Besides Total Wine. But they suggested it. That we told them exactly what we were doing. They're like, with that song and everything, you should pick this bottle.
Yeah. We were like, this is the song. This is the vibe. We need it to be under $10. Obviously, that's the theme here.
Around $10.
Around $10.
I can't remember if this one was at 10 or around 10.
I think
it's hard to get exactly under 10. It's around 10.
No, this one, I'm pretty sure it's $10.99.
Yeah, most of them are around that price range. So under $12, but around $10 is our thing.
Yeah. And he does wine tastings at Total Wine, and he says this one, especially for the organic wines, is always a hit. So
yeah.
Cheers.
Got a smell. Smells really, it smells natural.
Mm-hmm.
It smells good. From the earth.
From the earth. Vegan.
Pretty good. It's like dry but sweet.
Oh.
I don't know how to describe it.
I feel like usually wines are sweet and then dry.
Yeah.
This one's dry and then sweet.
That's how I felt it too. It was like dry immediately and then a sweet aftertaste.
Yeah.
I wish I was a sommelier so I could describe it better to you guys.
Same.
But I think this is pretty good.
I don't know what I was expecting for an organic wine. So fun fact, wearing my Elder Emo shirt. I don't know if any of you guys knew who Jack Vanek is. She is married to Jared Monaco, who is a guitar player of the Maine. We can cut this out, but this is important to me. I met her at an album release party, and she is super into organic wines and was telling me about these like organic wines that she had on a recent trip that she went on and how she liked these orange wines, organic wines. She specifically told me that she likes like the sediment in it, which is like the
crazy
chunks.
Don't say chunks. It's not chunks. It's just like little floaties. Like chunks is disgusting.
Okay, yeah. But she was telling me how she liked that. So I figured for this episode I would rep my girl Jack Vanek in my Elder Emo shirt for the organic wine.
And I love that you're bringing it up because she's the biggest Maine fan. I'm not even going to try to touch that. I like the Maine a lot.
Yeah.
But she's the biggest Maine fan. I would love to open up for them one of these days.
Yeah.
It'd be a great kind of, 1-2 punch.
That would be cute.
Yeah, and they're independent. They used to be not, but...
They used to be. I think they had to bring a couple people on, but they're still very involved.
But they do a lot of really good marketing, and their songs are great, and whenever we go to their shows, they're always super fun, so...
Yeah.
It's like a good vibe. But anyway,
that would be a good person for you to open for.
Yeah.
So, Jack, if you're listening with the organic wine, maybe give that suggestion over to Jared. Jared and Jack.
All right, anyway, let's dive into the song. This one's Over and Over.
So this one is a little on the slow side, a little bit different from the other ones we've talked about so far. Raw, emotional reflection on struggling with darkness and anxiety. I feel like this is the first one we've talked about that isn't super focused on relationships. This is more about anxiety, depression, mental health.
Suicidal ideation,
which is hard to talk about.
It's hard to have an episode about this where we're trying to be lighthearted and happy and drink wine and I think everything's always fine, which we all know it's not always fine. And but this song is also not just a sad song, it's about hope.
Yeah, absolutely. So why this fits, it's soft, calm, and comforting with a gentle warmth that feels like being reminded you're not alone when your thoughts are getting too loud, and which is perfect for this wine tagline, gentle, steady, and worth sticking around for.
It's perfect.
Yeah, that's perfect for this song.
It is, honestly, like, I I talk crap about ChatGPT all the time, but like it does a good job at pulling these things together for us. The reason why we use ChatGPT also is because we've never tried these wines, so we want to hear what they say first, and then we agree or disagree.
Yeah.
But I feel like most of the time they're pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good starting point.
Yeah.
This one is perfect, I think, for this song.
Yeah.
So I kind of like diving into it, what inspired you to write over and over, and how did your personal experiences shape this song?
Yeah, man, this is always such a hard thing to talk about. And I know that's exactly why I wrote this song, is because I was never open and honest about what actually was going on throughout my life and how I felt about things. And I hated feeling like that I was having to keep it close to me in my chest and not ever tell many people about it. So basically, like, throughout my whole life, I've struggled with anxiety, depression. I know you've had your fair share as well. And I never really knew how to talk about or express it because I didn't really feel like anybody around me was going through that. It felt very isolated, like I was the only person.
Yeah, and just to kind of chime in, like, I think the timeline that we grew up, like, when we started feeling that, like, it was not at all talked about. No, it was not normal. Like, we're both, like, we're born in the 90s, and so once you kind of get to that point, like, no one ever talked about it, and it was not a thing.
And that's what's cool about nowadays, though, is because people are very open about it, way more than they used to be, and I never thought that'd be a thing. Like, it really felt like I was the only person going through these things, and I felt like there was something very wrong with me.
Yeah, it felt weird.
And that made it a lot worse.
Yeah,
because
100%.
Being isolated is one of the worst things you can do when you're struggling with mental health. And that's why I do suggest therapy. I do suggest someone that, even if you don't want to go to therapy, someone you can talk to and like vent about and say these things you feel comfortable with is so important. But going back to the question,
I have one thing to say. Sorry, jumping in there. Yes, therapy, all of that stuff. If you're not comfortable speaking exactly what you're feeling, like, to your parents, what happened with me is that I knew I just didn't feel good, and I asked my mom to take me to the doctor, and I talked to my doctor about it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I started to get help. So if you're not comfortable saying exactly how you're feeling, anything like that, maybe just say, hey, I don't feel great. Like, can you please take me to the doctor? And there you can maybe feel more comfortable to open up about everything that's going on.
Yeah,
There's a lot of different avenues if you don't feel comfortable talking to the people closest to you.
I think that's great. That's a great piece of advice.
Yeah.
So much where you don't want to live anymore. It's about suicidal ideation, anxiety, depression. For those of you that are feeling that way, I just want you to know there's hope. That's why I wrote this song, to bring awareness to these things. You are better here than not being here. Everybody loves you. I promise you, you're overthinking a lot of these things, and not in a bad way. I do the same thing. You're not overthinking per se, but you might think that things are way worse than they are. And even if they are really bad, I promise you there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. So please don't leave us. Please stick around. We want you here. If you are struggling, please reach out, even to me on Instagram or anywhere.
We'll put some resources in the description box below, like anonymous hotlines that you can reach out to, or places that you can find help.
Even if you go to my website, there is a mental health section. Click on that. It has all resources. It has all suggestions, things that you can do to make things a little easier to deal with. And I know everybody has a very different situation. A lot of people have it way worse than I ever had. A lot of people don't realize that there are others out there that will help you with these things. So this song is really about understanding that there are other ways to live and other reasons to live, and not taking that away from yourself, because there are so many things to live for. It's just hard to realize a lot of time when your life can be so dark and gloomy and awful. I promise you there are people out there that will care about you and that will show you the light at the end of the tunnel. So please stick around. We need you here.
Okay, so the lyrics address some suicidal thoughts. How did you approach writing about such a heavy topic, honestly and sensitively?
Oh man, it was so hard. Like
Yeah.
I don't, as many of you probably feel, I don't like thinking about a lot of these things a lot of the time if I don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
It's more you kind of deal with your demons as they come by. But this one, I really had to like kind of throw myself into how I've been feeling, how I've always felt. Luckily, I don't really feel like that as much anymore because I've understood ways to get help. I've understood people that are there to support me. I've understood that there are great things in our world even when bad things are happening. Basically, I've just realized that more people need to hear the message of it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to wear your heart in your sleeve. And that is like the compounding message over and over again. This album is it's okay to not be okay. Please just be yourself. Please don't apologize for who you are. Please try to find social interaction with anybody, a therapist, a family member, whatever it is. Being social, being able to describe how you're feeling, wear your heart in your sleeve, all those things are really important.
Yeah, and I think it's important for male artists specifically to talk about these things, which I think is a really good thing that you released this song and we're comfortable to release this song because men specifically are taught to suppress their emotions and they need to be a man and
Yep.
all of these different things and that's just not reality. And so especially with you being a male artist and releasing something like this is super important because it helps other men realize that they're not alone in feeling these things.
Exactly. And especially for the younger males out there, like it's such a big thing right now is people realizing like younger males are struggling a lot. Especially like when you're middle school, high school, college, even people just assuming that you should be this macho man that doesn't feel anything, that like plays football and hits people and never cries, never talks to anybody about how they're feeling. They're always like just stoic and they're providers and they are hunters and that's all such bullshit. Like we're all just human beings. Doesn't matter.
It can be true to an extent, but at the end of the day, like,
what is true to an extent?
Like it can be true that like you can be a provider and those things to an extent, but at the end of the day you still have feelings.
Right. Yeah, more meant to like you don't have to assume just because you're a man that you have to do all these things. And yeah, like people that do those things can also have feelings for sure.
Yeah.
Overall, I just want people to know like we're all human beings. We're all going through the same experience in different ways. Like we all have different upbringings and some are way worse than others. But no matter where you come from or who you are or what gender you are a human being, you have emotions, and those emotions are valid. Just because you might not think they're valid and you talk down to yourself, which I've done way too much, doesn't mean it's true. Don't always listen to that voice inside your head. Always listen to the people that love you and support you and want the best for you. And if you don't have those people, you can find those people. So like SJ said at the beginning of the episode, we have resources down below. Please check those out.
Yeah. And I think another good thing to note too is I don't think it's such a thing anymore, but when I was growing up, being on medication was like a bad thing. So even finding a doctor, a psychiatrist, somebody who can really evaluate you and tell you what chemical imbalances are happening in your brain, because it's not always a you thing. Like there are chemical imbalances in your brain that you can't control, and finding what medications work best for you is so important. And that's something that's really changed my life, because I genuinely didn't know what it felt like to feel normal. And once I finally felt that, I was like, oh my God, this is what it feels like. This is what people who don't deal with this is what they feel like every day. And that, I think, is so important, that it's not looked down upon. Taking different medications is not a bad thing. If there's people take antibiotics when they have infections, like, it's just something that people need depending on what their body is going through. And so that's something that's super important for me, is just people realizing that it's not a bad thing
I love that. Thank you for
be
saying
on medication. It's not.
That's why you're so good for this, to be a host. Like, you understand, like, the things that we talk about and everything, and mental health. Like, that's why you're perfect for this. Like, exactly what she said. Like, it's true though. Like, I wanted someone that gets it like you, and you get it. Like, the things that we all go through are, it's sometimes you can't even like process or explain them. It's just things that are happening in your life that are not your fault. Like she's saying, like, it's not your fault that you've gone through things in your life a lot of the times. It's not your fault that might have to take medications for stuff. We both take medication every single day for anxiety and depression. Yeah. Like, and then when we're feeling extra stress, we have other medications for that too. Like, there's so many things, and like I just don't want people to think, like, watching these episodes, that we're just like these normal people. Because trust me, like, we do act a certain way on the camera, and it's not saying that we're not like these people behind the scenes as much, but it definitely is more of like a show, like, what we're putting on too. Like, it's not like we're being fake, but it is a little more performative. So I want people to just like watch these and think like, wow, you guys are such normal people. You have nothing wrong. Like, everybody has something that you can't see that's going on in their lives, and it's whether that you accept that and you deal with it, or you ignore it and it affects you longer. So if you're struggling with things, there are steps. I just don't want people to be so complacent where they just assume that's their whole life. You can make your life better in so many different ways. I promise you, with the help of others. Just depending on other people, other human beings, is so important.
Yeah. And one last thing to kind of like wrap this part up, but even if you are in a place where you're like, I don't understand why I'm feeling this way, nothing bad has ever happened to me. Just because nothing bad has ever happened to you and on paper your life looks so great, that doesn't mean that you're not dealing with things like internally, and that doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. You know what I mean? It's like, again, kind of back to the medication portion of this, like, there are chemical imbalances in your brain that can just make you feel like this for no reason. Like, I grew up thinking I come from a great family. Like, my parents are still together. Like, I live in a great home. Like, I'm warm and in a nice bed every night. I'm getting like the food and the nutrients I need. Like, why am I feeling this way? And I kept pushing it off because I didn't understand why I was feeling a certain way. And once I finally went to a doctor, went to a psychiatrist, I started learning more about this and learning it's not your fault, and it's just something that your body is going through, just like any other illness. And, you know, there are steps that you can take to take care of that. So even if there hasn't been something incredibly bad that's happened to you, or you've grown up a certain way, like, you can still have these problems, and there are still ways to take care of them. So don't ever feel like you shouldn't be feeling like this way, so you're suppressing it.
Basically, the whole gist of the story is you are loved no matter what.
100%.
There are resources out there. This song is sad, but it's supposed to be a message of hope. Hold those close. You love the most. There's so many stories that haven't been told. Don't run away. Not today. We will miss you over and over again.
So hold those close. You love the most. You have so many stories that haven't been told. Don't run away. Not today. We will miss you over and over again.
It's just as plain as that. People are going to miss you. I will miss you. Even if we haven't met before, I will miss you. Anybody who's going to love your presence on this earth. Everybody has a purpose. You might not have found it yet. You might be struggling, but please, if you guys feel this way, reach out to someone. There's also a private community that I have called The Rebellion, which is rebelling against mental health and the norms, stereotypical norms that we deal with where people don't believe those are real things. This community is not only about music and sharing behind the scenes and songs that haven't been released, but it's about people that are struggling like us, where we can share these honest feelings. There's people in the community that feel the exact same way as you do. Basically, all I want to do is bring people together that understand these things, love music, and want to create community around each other. So if that's you, please join below. But sorry, just burped it there. It's the organic wine.
Yeah. No, I mean, honestly, all of these questions have already been answered through what we've said.
Yeah, we don't need to ask you more questions.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean,
I think we've wrapped it up. Basically, what we said before, like, just look out for yourself.
Look out for each other.
Look out for each other. There's resources below. We've said everything we need to say. I think we should rate the wine.
Yeah.
This one's pretty good.
This is good.
I think it matches the song pretty well.
Yeah.
Being organic, authentic, just like it is. I'll probably give this one a 7.
I'm going to give this one, I'm going to give it an 8.
That's pretty high. I feel like we've gotten a lot of high ratings. I want to try a bad wine. Is that weird?
No, that's not weird.
Because I feel like we might have had some worse ones early on, but it's gotten to a point where maybe we're just picking out too good of wines. But that's crazy to think of, though. If it's around $10, we've picked out some really good ones.
Yeah.
Like that's a really good sign.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad about that. So
yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers. Love you all. We're here for you. Please join the community. We love you.
We love you.